Finding a place to live in one of the world's most expensive cities, the third most populated city in Europe, and the third most visited city in the entire world is a different type of struggle, especially when you're looking for a place that has an average income earner in a place like London. It's the absolute ghetto, which is why I'm going to need you guys to hold my hand as I embark on this journey of trying to find a place. So yeah, we have a couple of viewings today, and it's simple. The mission is we must find a place today, tomorrow, or the next. One of these viewings must lead to us finding a place, or we are going to have to live in one of those London phone booths, the red ones.
Is it cash or card?
Oh, card please.
Okay, tap whenever you're ready.
So yeah, like we have about 5 places we need to view today. And this isn't the first time we are trying to move from where we currently live, and it was impossible. And who are these people in London snatching these houses? Because the moment a house gets gets listed, it's gone immediately, and I'm not even exaggerating. I think sometimes the listing companies or agents list these houses just for show, because it's like before the houses get on the listing platform on Rightmove, what's the other one? Zoopla and the rest, it's gone already. So how? But yeah, I'm seeing a couple of places today. I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of places that we'll be viewing today, and hopefully, no, it's not even hopefully, we have to move this time. So yeah, let's go. So this is the first flat we viewed somewhere in Southeast London, 2-bed, 1-bath, and going for £1,850 per month. I was already put off by the what's it called, location. We had to walk through about 3 Jamaican guys at the very entrance of the flat smoking weed. So I wasn't, the exterior wasn't just doing it for me. The interior, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. But the kitchen, I definitely don't want this kitchen. It's still under renovation though, so the washing machine is still coming. But the color of this cabinet is the exact same as where we currently live, which I no longer want. I think I want something white now, so I'm kind of like, nah. So this is the this is the main bedroom, apparently. And the second bedroom is an absolute joke, I'm not even going to lie to you. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, this is the second bedroom, and yeah, it was an immediate no for me. Not gonna work. So this was the second flat we viewed, and this was in Southeast London still. This was going for 2-bed, 1-bath, separate kitchen, and it was going for, I can't remember exactly now, but I think it was about £1,700 still. I really can't remember the price, to be honest. But yeah, the layout just looked funny to me. You know, it was giving one of those flats where maybe the owner had a massive living room, parlor, and decided to convert the whole thing into an entire flat. And yeah, it's unfurnished too. But yeah, nah, just not it for me. Like the layout, what's that corner over there? Like, bruv, nah. But yeah, we viewed this, and on to the next one. So yeah, right now I'm basically waiting for an agent because I'm supposed to be viewing the place in about 45 minutes from now. So yeah, I was just, like I said earlier, we tried to move about a year ago, and it was hectic, it was impossible. Not that we didn't find a place, we saw a couple of places, but I remember one of the flats, when we got there for the viewing, there were about 2 people living there, just finished viewing. They were walking out, we were walking in to view the flat. While we were viewing the flat, the guy was confirming more appointments to view that same flat. Then, while we were viewing, there were people downstairs waiting to view the same flat. Crazy thing is, of all the flats we viewed, and that was the most, what I say, attractive one. That was the one that met all of our requirements, because I'd been in this country now, at the time I think I'd been here for a year and about 6 months. Now it's 2 years and 30 months basically, 2 years and 6 months I believe. And then it was like, because we had this, we had this list of things we wanted in a flat, because where we currently are, which is where we were then, which is where we still are now, we had this like list of things we wanted, and that flat was the only one that met all those things. It was in a nice area, it was in a decent, quiet area, and everything I wanted, everything my wife wanted was available in that flat. But then, being personally, it was my own first time, because most of the viewing was my wife that was going. I think I was the only one that went with my wife, and it was beautiful. So I was like, you know what? Then we had to put the, what's it called, offer in. So there was this part that said, okay, this is how much this rent is going for. How much are you willing to pay? Then it says in one bracket or something like, okay, if you put in a more reasonable offer than what the landlord requests for, you stand a better chance at getting a place. And it was like, okay, you just viewed the flat. You saw people coming out when you were going into view. While you were viewing, people were waiting downstairs. The agent, so it's like, you know, there's a lot of people trying to get this same flat. And instantly, because I get attached to things I like really quickly, I literally told my wife, like, okay, if the asking price is £2,000, just add £200 on top. You can imagine the it was like, just tell them we're willing to pay £2,200 just so we didn't get the place. But then, if there are so many people moving outside of London because of cost of living, which is obvious, but if these things are happening, people are leaving London, young people are moving to maybe Luton, Kent, and other places. People that work in London are moving to neighboring towns and cities outside of London. Immigrants that are moving to UK, expats that are moving to UK, people that are moving to UK basically are avoiding London, so they're moving to maybe Birmingham. So people are moving out, people are not moving in, but still, it's impossible to get a place to rent. It's mental. It doesn't make any sense to me. How? Where are these people? Who are these people? Because every day you go online, you have tons of people talking about how London is finished, London is this, London is that, London is a broken place, everyone is moving out. Social media, or media generally, makes it feel like everyone is moving out of London and now everywhere is like a ghost town. But then when you're in London and you're trying to get a place, it feels like there is a million people trying to get the exact same place you're trying to get the exact same time you are trying to get it, which is unbelievable. But yeah, this time we are hoping to get a place. We must get a place because I'm extremely tired of where we currently live. Yes, it served the purpose at the time because it was just myself and my wife and a baby. So it's cute. It made sense when it was just two people in the flat that was walking around. But now that there are three, do I say 2.5 or 3 people that are walking around, and one of the persons is a toddler, a baby running around the whole place, it now feels choked. Like it feels like I'm choked. And it's these things, I don't know, for me, it's like it affects my mental state, because there are times like I just want to breathe, like, okay, let me just go somewhere. So, but then where we currently live, we don't have a garden, we don't have a balcony. So it's like, it feels like you're in a box, basically, like you're in a box, because where do you want to go? You can't go to this room, my toddler is going to come. You want to go to the next room, my wife is there. You go to the living room, it's like we're running into each other everywhere you turn. And sometimes you just want to be left alone. You just want to chill. Like maybe if you have a garden, you probably just go to the garden and maybe grab a smoke or something. Or you have like a balcony, you just go there, sit down, like where you have an extra space to just go and like breathe, like let me breathe kind of thing. But yeah, like where we are right now, I got to this country, like I mentioned earlier, about 2 years and 30 months, basically 2 years and 6 months ago. And this is where we moved into the moment I go into this country, and it's been 2 years and 6 months living in the same place. I don't know, it's not bad, like people live in the same place for years and years, but then for young people, it's like, nah, it's, at the time it made sense, but right now it's not making any sense anymore. So yeah, hopefully we get somewhere this week, because we've viewed a couple of places before now, but we have more viewing. I think I have about 4 today, so we're going to be seeing 4 places, and we are being very hopeful this time, because the last time we actually did try a lot. We actually did try, but I think last time, because it was not a do or die thing, I don't know, maybe it was our fault. Yes, the market was oversaturated, there was so many people, but then we had a place, we still had our contract, so it was a thing of, okay, let's just move to a maybe bigger place, a nicer place. but it wasn't a do or die thing. But now it's different. Now the rent where we currently live has been increased, and it doesn't make sense that the asking price, the new asking price, and what we currently have does not make sense. We just feel we can get something much better for that same price or slightly higher. So basically, we don't want to pay that price. Okay, I think the word is about to come to an end. What happened? But yeah, like right now, sorry about the little London turbulence. The amount the landlord is asking of now is, we'd rather pay that same amount for somewhere else. So yeah, that's what we are doing right now. We're going to be seeing some of these flats together, and hopefully, maybe now that I'm putting this out there, maybe some of you guys watching will, like, I will suck from you guys. Good luck. But yeah, we're gonna be viewing some of these places, and let's go and get it.
Okay, so there's a two-bed. Is that the living room? Okay. So not. It's okay. That's not bad. Okay.
Storage space.
Okay.
Everything in the property is electric.
Okay.
So I think that might be better
Yeah,
than gas
yeah.
because of the rising prices. I'm not too sure which is more expensive. But
I think it's just another. Do you know what?
So yeah, this flat, I think they were basically charging for the garden because we mentioned we wanted a garden, and this one had one in front of it, so the agent called. The living room was so tiny that the TV we currently have where we currently live, there is no side of the walls that the TV could fit perfectly. Like, that's how tiny the living room was. I don't know, maybe they could have just opened the space up, and that demarcation between the place and the kitchen, maybe would have, I don't know, maybe would have created more space. I don't know. Then again, it was a one bed. We didn't want a one bed, but maybe because we mentioned we wanted a garden, he probably mistook it for, I don't know, for. But yeah, this was a one bed, one bath at a garden, and it was going for £1,550 per month for a one bed because of a garden. I don't know. So it's one bed, one bath upstairs, and downstairs the living room and the kitchen. That's literally the size of the entire living room. Then the kitchen. The living room looks bigger in this video. It's actually really, really smaller than what you're seeing in this video. But yeah, that's the kitchen. And yeah, it's a no.
The door.
You could have a TV here in the corner.
Okay.
You had those corner sort of
Yeah.
setting tables, so you can put the TV here.
Oh yeah. So this particular flat, the tenant, there's still someone living in there. So yeah, I couldn't I recorded, but then I couldn't record it, or I couldn't see the room the way I would have loved to, because there are things in the room, so I couldn't see, like, it was occupied. But yeah, and then again, this was a one bed. I don't know why I was booked for a one bed. Maybe I mistakenly booked it, but then I viewed it anyways. And it's crazy that I think it was after viewing this one we just concluded. I just told my wife, like, okay, we need to increase our budget at this point, because this flat that we have been seeing and the prices is like, we need to increase the price a bit, or our budget a bit, if we're going to get something we really want. Because this one, you literally have to walk through the living room to get to it. Like, imagine you have guests in your living room, and maybe my partner needs to shower and get dressed in the bedroom, so she needs to walk through the living room to go from the shower to the bedroom, which didn't make any sense. So yeah, there's some flats you see and be like, okay, why are you asking this much for this place? And next day you go on that same flat and it's gone. And the only thing you can think of is who is the person or who are the people that are willing to pay this amount for that flat. So it's like people in London will literally pay any amount to just have somewhere to go after work, sleep, then go back to work. Because it's unbelievable what these agents are asking for these places. It's like, how? For what exactly? Anyways, when I get back home, I just finished viewing one flat, and I think when I get back home, I'll probably do a sit down and explain each one, because there's some flats, it's like, it looks nice inside, but the exterior is nothing to write home about. And considering the fact that I'm a young guy, like, but then I'm a family man, I have a kid. So there are certain places you don't want to have your child grow. So yeah, and some of our non-negotiables for where we are moving or where we're looking to move to next is, personally for me, I'm a balcony guy. Step outside, like see the city, but to have a city view, balcony in London, it's obviously not for me. It's not for my tax bracket. It's for the 1% of the 1%. But jokes aside, yeah, that's expensive. But then aside the price, my wife is a garden person, because she's not a selfish one like myself. She's always thought, oh, where my son can play football and all of that. And now that he's grown and the way he disturbs everyone in the house playing football, he's broken 3 65-inch TVs. He's broken 3. So it's like, yeah, this person needs somewhere to play around. So yeah, the garden makes sense. Now to me, the garden makes sense. Like, okay, first off, you can't afford a flat with a balcony that has a city view. Guy, who do you think you are? But yeah, the garden makes sense now. So yeah, that's the number one thing. Somewhere that has a garden. And my wife is obsessed with bath, like I don't know, bathtub. I don't know if that's what bathtub basically. But yeah, my wife is obsessed with that, because what we currently have is a walk-in shower, and she's always wanted a bathtub. So yeah, that's a place that has a bathtub, a place that has a garden, and a place that has a separate kitchen. I'm not the open plan guy. We are not the open plan people, because where we currently live is open plan, and it's like, we're Nigerians, Africans, and our type of food, the things we cook, is not, open plan is not made for us. Because I don't want to be cooking, or I don't want to be watching TV and my wife is cooking and she's bleaching palm oil or locust beans or crayfish is being fried and the smell is all over the place, or we have a guest and you're having to cook, or you just got done cooking and the smell is just everywhere. And trust me, the hob, the extractor thing, it doesn't do shit. That thing is for decoration. So yeah, somewhere that has a separate kitchen, somewhere that has a garden and bathtub, yeah, those are the non-negotiables. And yes, the area is very important. Somewhere very quiet. Somewhere very quiet, somewhere residential, where I don't have to be seeing a lot of people, a lot of cars. So yeah, those are the non-negotiables. Then now let's go and see the next flat. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back home. The last viewing that happened, I had to cancel because I was tired, and it just feels like, I don't know, I don't feel good about today's viewings. It feels like our budget and what we want is not going to work. Like, we have to increase the budget, which is kind of interesting. And the fact that there were a lot of flats that I wasn't supposed to view today, but I viewed anyways, and that's kind of like, it felt like a waste of time. And you know, the way London is, traveling here and there was, I don't know, it was a lot. But yeah, today just confirms that, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board and re-strategize, walk around budget, area, and a couple of things. So yeah, as to finding an actual place, I would say today wasn't productive. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled because I didn't know it was this bad. But yeah, now I know, like, okay, we have to like go back to the drawing board, re-strategize, like, okay, make some adjustments and focus more on certain areas, because today was more of anywhere, as long as it's inside London and not too far away from my wife's family, and it's like anywhere, everywhere, as long as it's London. But then it's looking like that's not London. Is like today I literally went from like zone 3 to zone 5. which didn't make any sense. But yeah, now there is more clarity, more direction, but yeah, we continue. The search continues. I'll definitely try and update you guys. This is usually not my kind of video, but then I just feel I should carry you guys along this time, so I'll probably update you guys when we find a place. Hopefully, we'll definitely find a place. We should find a place, because I'll be really pissed if we have to renew the lease on this apartment, because the rent is supposed to take effect from next month, I believe, which is September. And the price is weird for this flat. Where we currently live is 2 minutes from a train station. There are a lot of shops around, corner shops, restaurants, and all of that. And so I believe it's more of that you're paying for than the actual flat itself. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Please do like, subscribe, and be part of the family as we go on this journey together. My name is Motayo. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one. Bye.